Rhea made these donuts out of sweet potatoes.
Healthy. In this week's video, we're gonna show you how we take pictures of ourselves without anyone behind the camera. So all of these pictures were taken in the past 2 years, and they were all taken without someone behind the camera taking it for us. Being photographers, it's really hard for us to get pictures of ourselves, especially while we are on vacation or out in public. And when we do ask people to take it for us, it's either not in focus, they don't know how to use our camera, or it's uncomfortable doing silly things in front of strangers. But over the past 2 years, we've found out some tips and tricks to make it easier and a lot more candid. So we're gonna take you through a couple scenarios and hopefully it'll be helpful. So first we're gonna talk about the 2 ways that we take pictures of ourselves. We take all of our pictures on the Canon 5D Mark IV, which has a built-in Wi-Fi setting that we take our pictures remotely through our phones. But if you don't have this feature, you can also just set up a self-timer. It's a little bit more tricky running back and forth, but it's the exact same thing. And the second way we do our pictures is actually through video, and then we screenshot it. So we'll show you both ways, how we do it, how we set it up, and then how we edit it. So we started off by heading up the canyon to find a cool spot.
Right.
That's really hard.
Alright.
We're at this awesome spot on the side of the road. It's not really a parking lot, but don't do it. Oh my gosh. There's like this little hill right here. We're gonna see if we can climb up it a little bit and take a picture up there. So once you find your frame that you like, I usually make Cody go stand where I think we should stand, and I use him as a focal point and I focus it to him. So first we'll show you how we did it using video mode. We like to use this mode because then we're simultaneously getting video footage for our vlogs or travel videos or whatever, so that's a really fun option. The quality is less, and Cody will talk about that in a little bit, but this is how we set it up using video mode. So basically, you set it up where you want it, you have someone stand where you'll be or focus it on something in that same focal length. Switch it off autofocus to ensure it doesn't lose focus. Press record. Mess around for 2 or 3 minutes to ensure different poses. And I'll show you how we screenshot it. Alright, so this is how you screenshot from your videos. So you'll open it up into Final Cut, and there's another way that you can do it that reduces the quality a little bit that I'll show you really quickly too. But this is the way that we do it, and it ensures the best quality. So you upload your files into Final Cut or Premiere or whatever you use to edit, and you kind of scrub through and you find the frame that you like. So I'm scrubbing. That's pretty cute right there. So I click right there, and then up here in this right hand corner there's a little export button. You press that and you go down to save current frame. Press next. You can name it whatever, and you can save it to your desktop. The other way you can do it is opening the video file, either using QuickTime Player or whatever you use to open your files, and scrubbing through to find your photo, pause it on the photo, and then Shift Command 4, and it'll bring up this little plus mark, and you just drag how big you want your photo to be, and it'll take it and it'll put it right onto your desktop. Okay, now we're gonna show you how we do Wi-Fi mode or live remote. And once again, if you don't have this setting, you can just go into your camera and do self-timer mode for 10 seconds, set it up, press it, run to your spot, mess around, and hopefully it catches something great. We're gonna try and go to the top. There's no path or trail, and this is really deep snow. Look at all the snow inside my boots! We're gonna try out a couple shots. A lot of times when we don't have a tripod, which is fairly often because we don't like to lug it around a ton, but you can set it up on basically anything that we'll set it up on something that we feel is pretty stable for the camera. So a big rock like this, or sometimes we use a trash can at Disneyland.
You can use this Gorilla Pod and put it.
We have a Gorilla Pod that we use a lot. It's small. We'll link it below.
Here it is. Hi.
Okay, so we have the camera set up where I want it. Now I'm gonna turn it on to Wi-Fi and go into the Canon app, and we'll just take some pictures from the phone. Turn on my Wi-Fi, ours is Birdie. Go to the app, and then you can either see the images or you can remote live view shooting. And there it is.
Wow.
And there we go. You wanna go over there? For the last one, I like to just make it kind of crazy and just like a ton of movement and hope that something works out. So video mode is the best for that, especially if you want to keep the video footage for later.
That's how you shoot yourself. You don't have a photographer.
Okay, we got this. We've also attached a link down below for those of you with a 5D Mark IV that explains how you set up the Wi-Fi mode. The only problem that we find with this one is often we have to have our phone in our hand to click it. There is an option that you can do a self-timer mode where you click it and then you can put it in your pocket and then you wait for it. But we like to have it so we can click it over and over and do a bunch of shots. That's the only tricky part about it, is we have to figure out a way to kind of hide the phone in the photo. This is the best quality that you're gonna get, and Cody's gonna talk about that right now.
I'm gonna go with the hat. Okay. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons. The only benefit of doing photo versus one long video is that you can get a higher quality image. So on your camera you can take raw photos, or you can take the highest quality JPEGs that your camera will allow you to. But depending on the video mode you use and the way that you export that still frame, you can still get a really high quality image. The two main benefits of doing video versus taking still photos. So first, you have the footage. You can use that footage later in videos or just to kind of look back on. You also have the convenience of just setting up the camera and then clicking record and not needing to continue to press the button to take shots, to be ready right when the self timer goes off. You just go and do your thing, and then you can look through that whole video and pull out whatever still frames you want. For video settings, if you want to pull out the highest quality, highest resolution images, you can shoot in 4K if your camera has that capability. And then when you export that frame, it'll be a much higher resolution image.
So when it comes to posing, honestly, we just mess around. I make sure we get at least one smiling one, and then we just go through a mental list in our head of action poses. So tickling, hugging, kissing, running, jumping, piggyback ride, dancing, just mess around, and usually there's one or two good ones that you can pull out of that. We get this question all the time: what if you don't have a tripod? So like I said before, as long as there's something stable that you feel comfortable putting your camera on, you might as well try it out. This picture was taken on a table next to us. This one was on the ground on a hill. This one was on my backpack on the ground in an empty parking lot. Trash can, rock, on a Gorilla Pod on a handrail, beach towel, airport bench, car hood. You don't really need fancy equipment for this. Just make sure it's stable and safe before you turn around so you don't accidentally drop your camera. This doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take a long time. The big thing about it is making it fun. I know Cody sometimes hates stopping to take pictures, but you just have to think of ways to make it fun. Snowball fight, wrestling, sneaking up behind each other, scaring each other. Just keep it interesting, and those pictures are often the most candid and the most fun. Woo! Thanks for watching the video. We hope it was helpful. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for next week's video. Bye!
That was
Ow!
not as fluffy as expected.
Let's try down there. Yay!
That was softer than it was.
Let's go.
The benefits of doing The benefits of using, the benefits, get out of here.
You're cute.
I just had a seizure.